I've been kind of laying inside today. Thought I'd go out and get a little ride. I'm using my white GoPro, my hero, and thought I'd go out for a little ride. I see a little boy up there on a scooter. I like to go up there and talk to him. But them things move along pretty swift. They go faster than my scooter, I can tell you that. Yes, they do. Been thinking about a lot of things that happened back there in the early 50s. Especially around my grandma Pearson. What is that? Yard sale. I'll have to go down there and have a look. Let's go see. It's pointing down this way. There may be. Well, shoot, I ain't got no money. I mean, I got a little bit saved. That's got to get me a camera. Multi-family yard sale. Well, they had a yard sale. It's closed now. I like to went in there and took a look. But my grandma, I don't think she ever, well, back in them days, they didn't call it panties, they called it bloomers. I don't think she ever wore any bloomers. The reason being, we would be out walking down the road. Usually it's a dirt road. We was usually going over to the church, or we was going over to a woman we called Aunt Clyde. And I don't know why we called her Aunt Clyde, because she wasn't my Aunt Clyde. I think she was herself, she has been a good friend of my grandma. My grandma was self, she has been. And we'd be walking down the road, and all of a sudden, Grandma would step off the side of the road there in some weeds. And she wore these long dresses, and she oh no, my goodness, there's some aluminum scrap right there. Sure is. How about that? See that? I can't do nothing with it, but I'll take a look. I'll go around here and take a look. Yeah, that's aluminum. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Can y'all see that? I'm just gonna check. Yep, that's aluminum. How about that? Back in the day, I would have loaded that stuff up. But anyhow, she step over in the bushes and spread them legs and take a pee. So obviously, if she had bloomers on her, she's peeing in them. But yeah, but on the other hand, if I had to pee, and I stepped over in the weeds one time to pee, and I had to whip it out, and she chewed me out fairly well because I did that. But yeah, she pulled back and pee at the drop of a hat. That was my grandma. She I said before, she was quick. She always had a switch with her when there's some of us kids around. And I always had a switch around. Sometimes we'd be out in the yard playing or something, and all of a sudden it'd come up a storm. And of course we had to come in. But when we come in, we had to sit down, be quiet. We couldn't play, we couldn't do nothing. But as long as that storm was going on, we couldn't do nothing. And if we tried to do something, you be still. It's the Lord's work. It's what she'd tell us. And but it's always like that. There's some strange stuff about Grandma. Oh, I guess it's closing time. I'm out kind of late. But I always liked that Sunday dinners at Grandma's. I always liked Sunday dinners. The only thing I didn't like about it was it's usually a pretty good crowd, you know, some aunts and uncles and some of us kids. But when dinner got on the table, kids couldn't go in there and eat. The adults went in there and they ate first. The kids ate last. When the adults were done, then the kids come in there and eat the leftovers. How you doing?
What's up? Bro, who that? Who that?
But it was always, that guy was trying to stop me, but he was going to ask me for money. But the kids had to eat last. Now on the chicken, the things that was left over after the adults eat was sometimes chicken legs, most of the time chicken thighs, and if my mama wasn't there, there'd be wings left. If my mama was there, she'd scoff them wings. She loved them wings. But she'd scoff them wings up. But she always did 3 chickens, so there's plenty of pieces. But there's never any breast. Never any breast. Sometimes there wasn't even what we call short legs. That's them thighs. But I have to check this camera to see if it's recording. Yeah, it's recording. That's recording. But that's just the way it was, you know, and there was always milk, you know, but I can't recall how Grandma kept that stuff cold. I think she had an ice box, and she had to go to town and buy blocks of ice. But later on she got a refrigerator. But there's always cold milk. And it wasn't processed milk, it was fresh country milk, fresh from the cow. And I remember the first time I ever had to drink milk that was processed. I didn't like it. But after I was on the processed milk, and I wonder where my daughter's at. But when I was on processed milk, then I went back to regular fresh milk, I didn't like the fresh milk. It's just what you got used to. I like them both. Hey, buddy. But yeah, and I know back used to, there was a dairy. There was a dairy down here when we first moved to Marion County in '79, I guess it was. There was a dairy, and they milked them cows 3 times a day, and you could pull in there and buy fresh milk, and it was cheaper than the processed milk. And we used to stop in there every couple of days and get a couple of gallons of fresh milk. My kids didn't like it. My kids didn't like it. But once they got used to it, they did. Then they didn't want to go back to processed milk. But then they passed a law that they couldn't sell fresh milk. It had to be processed. You know, it had to be pasteurized. had to be homogenized and all that stuff. But back when they was going, you know, that they milked them cows every 8 hours, 3 times a day. Yes, they did. I wish I could talk to the people, or them people there even. Boy, I'd like to have a garage like that. I don't know what I'd do with it. I don't have no cars to park in it. I don't know have no woodworking machines anymore. But you know what? I'm gonna print me out some cards. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go home and do that right now. And I'm gonna put in the box and some people having a yard sale. Are you the groomer?
My wife's the groomer. I'm just the helping hand.
Oh. I like your Rottweiler on the back.
Oh, thank you.
I used to raise them things till I got too old.
Yeah, we have 2 of them. That's
You
our
got a
family.
nice setup here.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. Okay, you have a nice day, dear.
Yes, well, good evening, sir.
Yeah, that's a nice setup. Got air conditioning in there and all that stuff. What about that? All right, I'm gonna head back to that. That was a nice setup that lady's got there. I like that. I'm gonna go back to Well, I went in there to try and make me up some kind of fire, and somebody convinced me that I was just peeing up a tree. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm old and senile. I don't know. But, wow. See these things here? I made these buckets. It's 2 buckets. The top bucket's got holes in the bottom, and you fill it up with garbage, you know, stuff to compost. And what it does, and then it makes a liquid, and it goes out the bottom into this bottom thing. And this thing here, I put faucets on it. And this is what I get out of it, and it's called compost tea. I've got 2 or 3 gallons made, but you know, this one here has got space in it. Let me, oh shoot, that ain't gonna, I got it done. I can't get nobody to save this vegetable scraps and stuff. And I have to go in there in our garbage and dig it out. And put it in a bag and bring it out here. And now what this does, it makes it makes compost, and I don't know what's in the liquid in the bottom of that one now. Let me see. Maybe things that's important to me. Yeah, there, see this liquid coming out down there. See that? And that, people would actually buy that stuff. I wish I was able to have a place where I could be doing composting a major thing and setting it up to where I can get tea. You can sell that compost tea. But I just got it, man, it's like fertilizer. But I'm not sure I'm gonna let that keep going till I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be diluting that compost. Maybe it's too strong to put straight on your plants and stuff. I'm not sure. But see, that's about done there. Now I can move it over to this one, see if there's any in that one. Probably not, because I drained that one the other day. Yeah, it's running out a little bit. But I guess what's important to me is not important to the rest of the family. Maybe I'm senile, I don't know. But just like I thought it'd be a good idea to put these cards in people's mailbox, see if I could get to meet any of them, I'm still gonna do it. But a certain party trying to discourage me from doing that, so people's not interested in that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know, folks. I guess if I'd been this old before, I would know more about how it's supposed to be. But I ain't never been this old before. I never thought I would get this old. I thought I would die in my 60s. But I never thought about it. And right now, I figure I'm on borrowed time. I'm on bonus years. I've already lived beyond the life expectancy of a male. At one time, yeah, that's about done. At one time, now see, that's compost tea there. I'll put the lid on that. I'll set it down here. See, I have a hard time lifting my arm up. I have a hard time. I can't lift my arm up to get it on that. I have to do this. I have to lift it up with that hand and then put it down there. And I don't know if any kind of exercise would do that. And my physical therapist that comes by once a week, that's not worth a teetotally damn. It's just not. Because actually, a lot of it's going to be up to me. I need to start exercising on my own and keep it up. I don't know. Now see my Walker's sitting here. My walker's sitting here. Let's see if I can walk a little bit. Maybe I need to start exercising. I don't know if you can regain stuff or not. But see, I can walk a little bit, but I have to, no, there went my pants. I hope nobody's behind me. There went my pants. Alright folks, that's going to be it for this video. This camera's acting up. And I still don't have enough on it. I got an eye on a camera that I can get, but it's my refund that still hasn't hit the account from that computer that was sent back. But anyway, that's my story, folks. I'm sticking to it. Am I senile? Tell me the truth. Am I peeing up a tree? Do I just need to sit in a rocking chair and... I don't know. I don't know. But anyhow, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'll see you in the next one. See ya. GoPro, stop recording.